Here's my biggest ick lately with dating, and it is happening all the time. Please tell me if you are dealing with this too. I'm talking about men over-sexualizing me so fast. These are men that I haven't even been on a date with. They're just texting me. We're in the early texting stage, and they already feel comfortable making comments about my appearance, how sexy I am, how hot I am, things they want to do to me, certain body parts, my ass. And you can tell the difference. You can tell the difference between a man being like, you're so beautiful, or you're gorgeous, oh my gosh, and like, you're so sexy, we'd have so much fun. Like, excuse me, sir, why do you feel so comfortable talking to me like that when you haven't even met me? And you will never get to meet me when you lead with that, because it makes me feel disrespected. It makes me feel like a piece of meat. I want someone that actually wants to see me, get to know me, love me. And these aren't even young guys, which is why I'm so confused. These are guys in their 30s, 40s, who still haven't learned that women don't just want to be sexual objects, especially with a solid, high-value woman. That shit is not going to fly. I immediately stopped talking to them. I'm so turned off.
I don't care how single I feel. I don't care how lonely I'll ever get. I am not downloading a dating app, bruh. It ain't happening. It's not happening. Will never be the dude or the person that's just swiping away, trying to find somebody to meet up on an app, online. Listen, I get it, right? I get it. You want to meet somebody. Everybody does. If we're being honest, everybody does. I had somebody ask me this the other day. Where I'm at right now. How do I feel about being single right now? Honestly, there are days when I love being single and there are days when I hate it. If we're being truthful. But I'm not going to go get on a dating app and try to meet somebody just by some pictures that I see. Are we being for real? Dating is today, a lot of it is because of dating apps. A lot of it is because that people are getting instant gratification. People are trying to spark up a chemistry by looking at somebody's pictures or filtering through pictures online. They're making judgments and assumptions based off, oh, this guy looks weird, or this girl, she looks funny in her picture, so that she probably a weirdo. What are we doing, bro? We got to go back to the time where we gave people the benefit of the doubt. We got to go back to the time where we want to meet people in real life, where we want to spark up a conversation, where we want to, happen to meet somebody organically. What happened to that? And I will never get on a dating app. If you catch me on a dating app, it ain't looking too good.
Do you know what's crazy? To me, this is crazy. There's men out here on the internet. I don't know where they're from, if they're in LA. I see the videos pop up and they're talking about their dating experiences, and they went on a date and the girl was crazy, the girl sucked, blah, 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 blah. It's like, bro, you're bad at building relationships with women if those are the words that are coming out of your mouth. Look in the mirror, take ownership. How are you still acting like a 17-year-old? It's crazy. Get some help. Women are my favorite thing in the world. Literally, like, there's nothing better. To me, nothing better. I love them too much. I can't get enough. Maybe that didn't sound right. I can't get enough connection. Within my friendships too, my favorite. Like, I got my gals, can't get enough. How are you as a guy not experiencing the same wonders that I am as it relates to women? It's fucking insane. Heal yourself, brother. You're missing out. God. Fuck. I don't understand it. I really don't get it. Like, if your mom didn't love you, just lead with that.
Them dating apps. Get off them dating apps. I don't care what success stories you may have heard about those dating apps, and that you're gonna find your person on them dating apps. You ain't found that person yet. You've been on Hinge and you've been on Tinder for 5 years and you still ain't got nobody. How many dates have you been on? Oh, okay. Y'all need to get back to reality. Go out alone. So y'all biggest problem is y'all are afraid to date. Dating requires a lot. Dating is hard. Dating is not supposed to be easy. Okay? But y'all want the easy route. Of course, if I was a man, I would have my fair share of women too. Swipe left, swipe right. Swipe left, swipe right. Do you get what I'm saying to you? It's a plethora of women out there. But if you go out and be authentically yourself, you go out to a restaurant by yourself, sit alone, look very cute, very cutesy, very demure, look good for you, and watch how many men approach you. When I was single, I used to do that. And let me tell you, doctors, lawyers, and everything else would come up to me and have conversations with me because I would be alone. That's your problem. You gotta get out the house. Now, you can even go to the grocery store and get approached by men, okay? So when you leave the house, always look your best. Always look your best. Always be ready, because you never know. So if you stay ready, you ain't never gotta get ready. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Because what if it's the man of your dreams you think by seeing him? Because we're visual creatures just like men, so y'all can stop that, okay? You see him in Publix, but you over there looking like who did it and why they did it and what they do it for. Of course he not coming up to you. Sheila, make yourself look cute. You don't even have to wear makeup. But if you do, put a little concealer on, a little blush, some gloss, and some lashes. Very small lashes. Okay, that doesn't take away from the eye shape. Have your hair, slick your hair back or whatever you're going to do to it, and put on your best fit and go grocery shopping and watch how people treat you differently. Okay, the way in which you show up in the world is the way in which the people approach you. If you go out, like I said, who did it and what they do it for, then you're going to get who they did it and why they did it. Then you wonder why you dealing with Jamal, because Jamal ain't doing nothing for you. Now, I remember when I first moved here to Georgia at that time, I had just moved and I was like, I'm going to take myself out. I'm going to go out by myself. I went to work. I left. I dressed up really, really nice. And I went to a really nice steakhouse and I sat at the bar. Sit at the bar. And it was this gentleman that watched me from afar. And then he finally, because I guess he was trying to see was anybody going to come up or if I was with somebody or waiting on someone. No, you bring a book. You sit up there, you get to know the person that's serving you. You have a real authentic conversation with those people. I promise you, if you get to know your servers, they will put you on with the people they know. They'll put you on with the people they've seen, the person that they may know, because that other person may be single across the way too. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So the man came up and approached me. We had a great conversation. He was a doctor, really nice guy, paid for my dinner, and he was just so sweet. I didn't even expect it. He walked me to my car. We had a great evening. He was very nice. And that was that. Go alone sometime.
See, this is exactly why I don't really like doing the dating apps thing, because there are some weird people on there. Like the last girl, she needed to be heavily medicated. And I don't mean like that is an insult. I mean literally. Like I was like, that's like a lot of pills in your medicine cabinet. And she didn't take them one time and she was very rude. So needless to say, that didn't work out. But this other girl, at like 4 o'clock in the morning, she, I was up. I have insomnia. She FaceTimed me. Mind you, is from Bumble, and I only sent her one message. She's a nurse, so spoiler alert, you already know how this is going to go. But we talked, and it was cool, and, you know, she literally FaceTimed me, like, while she was laying in bed. And, yeah, she's like, I like you, we should totally go out. And I was like, absolutely. I got work tonight, and she's like, call off. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that at all. I'm going to miss out on, like, making $400, $500, $600 just to meet up with you. So I'm out that money, and then I got to pay for you, too? I'm like, nah, you put me in a whole, like, $600, $700. I was like, I'm not going to do that, but I should get off work somewhat early. If I do, we can go out. But for sure, tomorrow, I have the whole day free. And then I just reminded her today, like, hey, look, I'm not sure, you know, the time I'm going to get off. I'm just letting you know. So she's like, you know what? Now I think about it, this is too much. This is complicated. I'm out. And it's like, okay. Like I'm supposed to be like, oh, no, please, come on. Okay, I'll call off work next time. It's like, lady, I don't even know you. Not to mention, here's my favorite part. She's like, you're giving me F-boy vibes. Because we were FaceTiming, and I was like, how so? And she's like, well, because you're, like, dominant and stuff, and, like, you're attractive. That's it? Like, so now I'm an F-boy? And so that's what I think, like, women look at men that they find attractive as F-boys, regardless. I was trying, really probing, trying to figure out, like, what is it that gives you that vibe? Because, you know, it wouldn't be an incorrect assumption, but I'm curious to know... But it's like, you can't judge me like that based on limited information. Like, I'm your type, so therefore I'm an F-boy. It was just ridiculous. So she was like, you know, this isn't going to work, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, this is exactly why I really don't do the dating apps thing.
I think across the board, everybody should delete their dating apps. And here's my reasons why. First and foremost, I don't care what society says. It is not normal to date multiple people. It is not normal to have like a repertoire of people that you can communicate with at all times and that you're trying to date and get to know at all times is not normal. When our parents were dating, you saw one person. You got to know that person and you saw if that person was for you or not. You weren't dating 15 different people or talking to 15 different people. It leaves too many opportunities and too many options available. Which leads into my next point, the validation purpose. Now, obviously, I don't think everybody on dating apps is doing it for validation purposes, but a lot of the times I think it just happens to fall into validating us. How many times have you looked on a dating app, replied to somebody, and you're just sitting in the DMs forever? Nobody ever replies, or they take like a week to reply. Truthfully, I think it's because on the opposite end, somebody is just getting like a validation hit from opening up the app and seeing how many people like them. They don't actually really want to communicate with somebody. Even if they think that they want to date somebody, I think a lot of the times it's really just to validate us and blow up our egos and make us think like, oh my gosh, all these people like me. Which then leads into my next point. It's a distraction. Our phones are already such a distraction to us. To have another app on there is another distraction. So when people say like, where am I supposed to meet somebody? We have to understand that there's so many places that we go to in a day. Except if you're somebody who works at home, never leaves your house, ever. But we go to gyms, we go to the grocery store, we go to work, we go to events, we go out. Like, we definitely go places where there's opportunities to meet people, but we're so distracted by our phones. I mean, I even do this. I'm walking in somewhere just staring at my phone. If we got off our phones for a second and started to smile at people and really try to engage in a conversation, how many more people could we talk to? How many more opportunities could be presented to us if we weren't just so distracted by our phone? Which leads to my last point, reverting back to the hunt. I think it's so easy for men now to just jump on an app and just look for women that way. Now, don't get me wrong, I say this all the time. I'm sure it is so intimidating for a man to walk up to a woman, which is why I'm somebody, if I think somebody's attractive, I'm going to open up the door. I'm going to compliment you. I'm going to say something. I'm going to try to engage in a conversation so that if you're interested and I'm interested, maybe we can exchange social media numbers, something there. But I think we've just made it so easy to just jump on our phones and look for people that it's become even more intimidating to have that conversation in person. So let's all just make a conscious decision to boycott dating apps and try it the old-fashioned way and just really meeting people in person, and let's see what happens.
I've had more energetic conversations from women who disagree with me on TikTok than I have with women on dating apps. Women, you say that the bar is low, that dating apps and the dating pool is so bad. So that would stand to reason that the people that you swipe right on and match with, they are actually interesting to you. And my profile is very full. And yet these women are showing no effort. And it is so frustrating and exhausting to deal with. I matched with this woman and I asked her, what did she do for the weekend? And she was like, I went to a show. I gotta ask, what show was it? And then she tells me, ain't it good? So instead of asking her what that's about, I Googled it. And I said, oh, that's about the Temptations, right? Yes, it was. And so I gave a thumbs up emoji because I'm tired. I'm already tired. An hour later, she fires back, how was your weekend? Now, she had talked about what she did on the weekend. I had already talked about what I did on the weekend. So I told her, didn't we already cover this? Or are you talking to so many guys that you can't keep up? And so she goes, wow, we talked about what we did, not how it was. Now, again, I have a robust profile. She could have asked me anything about my profile, but chose, how was your weekend? I'm sure folks are already in the comments. Men do this too. Men are boring. Men are whatever. I'm sure they are. I make some of my videos to just point out that women do a lot of the same stuff that men do. A lot of things that women project onto men, they do themselves. Some of y'all are boring. Some of y'all don't know how to talk. All this empowerment, all this education, and y'all still don't know how to just ask a question. Ask something interesting. Go to the person's profile and say, they did this. Let me ask about it. It's so simple. Oh my God. It's such an easy skill. The IQ, the EQ, there are a number of women who are lacking, just like dudes. This is kind of a little vent. Women, talk to each other. Ask better questions. Make more effort in conversation. It's not hard. We're not asking you to put your makeup on and get your hair done, nails and all the good stuff just to talk. Just talk. Don't take a day or 2 days to write one line and no question. Nothing engaging. Please do better.